How to save my marriage. Hey guys, my name is Danny and I'm your life and relationship coach. And we are going to be talking about something that I get asked all the time. One of the primary functions, one of the things that I work with day in and day out on Happily Committed, and that is saving marriages, saving relationships, getting couples to come to the table and discuss their needs and their expectations and what they feel they are not getting out of the relationship. And you know, if you are watching this video, I empathize with you. I understand how difficult your situation is. If you feel like you are in a place where you have to save your marriage because that's the only alternative, or it's going to end in divorce, it's not an easy place to be. And it can be very difficult to feel like there is a way out, that there is hope, and that there is a clear direction as to which you can take in order to get to your end goal. So today I wanted to provide you with, a couple of things that you can do, a couple of things that you can start to apply and utilize right now so you start to feel like you're making some kind of progress, so that you're able to kind of push away some of that fog that you're currently in to get a little bit more clarity on your situation. The first one and the one of the primary ones is taking accountability, right? Accountability on both ends is so important. And there have been many times where I have actually gotten people who push back and say, why do I have to take accountability for this, And usually the topic is infidelity. I'm not the one that cheated. She's the one that cheated. He's the one that cheated. Why should I take accountability for anything? But I want you to understand, and if your case specifically has to deal with infidelity, infidelity is the symptom. It's not the disease. The disease itself is something that's been wrong in the relationship for quite some time that has not been dealt with. So there's something at the root. It is a feeling of maybe not being desired. It is a lack of communication. It is a lack of intimacy. It is a lack of emotional connection. There are multiple different reasons for why a relationship ends in infidelity. And taking a step back and being able to say, well, what part did I play in this, right? Because that takes emotional maturity. That takes self-awareness, that takes mindfulness, and that also takes some emotional strength to be able to acknowledge and recognize your potential mistakes in the relationship that led to that. I'm not dismissing your feelings in any way. I'm not saying that you are solely responsible for what happened, because at the end of the day, your partner made the conscious decision to step out of the relationship and breach that trust. And that is a very serious offense, right? We take that very seriously. But at the end of the day, a relationship is a two-way street, and we always try to dig and find out what the real reason is. So again, like I said, accountability, making sure that you are taking a step back, you are going internally, and you are trying to figure out, what part did I have in this? What part did I play in this? Did I have a part in this? Maybe I didn't. And then you can start to move forward from there. The second one is communication, right? Having open dialogue with your partner. And if it's something that you guys have been struggling with for a really long time, starting to understand the fundamentals of communication. What is it that you need in order to feel like you are being heard, in order to have effective, productive communication and feel like you're actually moving forward instead of just being stuck or moving backwards? If communication is something that you struggle with, I have a product that I have created specifically for communication. It is something that will change the dynamic of your relationship, I promise you. Communication is actually something that everybody really struggles with in a relationship, which is why I created it. And it is one of the key things that you need in order to save your marriage. So if this is something that you are struggling with, and you really need more detailed instruction, more detailed information as to how to communicate, go to happilycommitted.com and click on the tab that says products, and there you will find the training on communication. And in that training, I go over the fundamentals of communication and then conflict resolution, which is what is essential in being able to move past this rut that you are in. So I promise you guys, it will change the dynamic of your relationship, and it will just help you as an individual to understand maybe aspects about your own communication that you may not have been consciously aware of that were affecting the relationship in and of itself. So again, communicating with your partner, letting them know what your needs are, understanding what their needs are, and having that open dialogue so that you guys feel like you're finally on the same page instead of being in two completely different books. The third one, and one that a lot of people struggle with, it is patience. It's going to take time. This isn't something that's going to get fixed overnight. And please understand that. If you think that I'm going to give you a solution or some kind of tip or tool that's going to help to save the marriage overnight or in a week, it's not possible. It takes a long time for a relationship to fall apart, right? This is something that happens over a period of time. So it's not realistic to expect that something that took months and years to break down is going to be fixed overnight. It takes a while. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it burnt down in one. So there's going to be some recovery that has to happen, some repair that has to happen, and acknowledging and coming to terms with the fact that it may take a few months, it may take a year, it may take 2 years, depending on the severity of the situation and where you guys stand and how much energy you are willing to invest in the process of saving your marriage. So again, just to reiterate, the 3 primary things that you can start to apply today and start to utilize to try to save your marriage, to kind of get out of this limbo phase that you are in, is accountability, taking responsibility for your part in the relationship, right? The breakdown of the relationship. The second part is communication and making sure that you are effectively communicating your needs to your partner and accepting your partner's needs as well as something that is a priority. And the third and final one is having patience, exercising patience. If anything, that is probably one of the key elements that you will need in order to successfully save your marriage. And again, don't forget, if communication is something that you struggle with, go ahead and go over to the product section and get that training. It will help you exponentially and it will help you shift the dynamic in the relationship that you are currently in. If you guys like this video, if you're related to this video, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. I love having open dialogue with people. So if you just want to comment down below, if you relate to this, if you've been through this, if you're going through this, make sure you leave your comments down below. I like to read all of them. Maybe you just want more details. Maybe you want to know a little bit more and you want to dive into the topic. You can visit us at happily-committed.com, where we have a multitude of different articles and blogs and videos related to this subject and many other subjects as well. If you want to book a one-on-one coaching session with me because you feel like your situation is too far gone, or you feel like yours is very specific, and you just really need help managing it, and you need some support through that process, I would be more than happy to do that for you. You can book directly on the website as well, and you can also book with any of the other amazing coaches that we have on the team. Again, my name is Danny. I'm your life and relationship coach. I hope you guys are staying happy and healthy, and I'll see you guys soon.